Hello, race fans. So we have a Kyosho of a 250 LM made by Ferrari. I believe, well, this is a 1965 version. It doesn't say on the bottom, but when I looked up the number 26, it turned out that this was the second place finisher in the 1965 24 Hours of Le Mans. In the first place was a red colored Ferrari of the same ilk. Alright, so there we go. I did manage to find this. This car got into a serious accident or something like that. Like the bodywork was all shredded up and stuff. I saw images of that. Okay. Here's a rear view. I would say Kyosho did a pretty good job. It looks very similar to a lot of these photos. Although these taillights, I guess, are a bit too large on this model. Yeah, so that'd be a criticism there. Alright, let's see what else we can see here. So I think this car first came out in 1963, and as I mentioned, the aluminum bodywork on this car was torn here, and maybe it caught on fire, I'm not sure. But that aluminum bodywork is laid over a steel tube chassis, and then this thing would have a mid-rear engine V12 of 3.3 liters, making around 320 horsepower. So this thing could get up to like 180 miles per hour. Alright, so that's what I learned about this car. Alright, so this yellow here is filling in the panel gaps quite a bit, but you don't see any of the metal of the edges, so it's pretty good. There's a little dimple here. I'm gonna guess it's like a jacking up point on the race car. The printing is all tampo. You know, it's paint, it's not a decal. So you got the reflector marker there, and then Team George's Motorsport or something. I see that on the real photograph, so I guess that's accurate. George's Marquet. Okay. These wire wheels, you know, considering they're made of plastic and this is probably like a $6 model, they're pretty good. They're very three-dimensional, so very nice. Although they're blocky, they're not rounded. They're more like rectangular spokes instead of round spokes. So I'm not sure why they did that. Alright, there's a little silver on this protruding door handle. And then, yeah, there's also a panel cut line here, but it's kind of, you know, being covered up by the yellow paint. It looks like the plastic molding here has yellow on it as well, but it's a different yellow because there's not much yellow on there. It's probably the same yellow paint as this, it's just that, you know, it's clear, so it's hard to actually make it look opaque. There's a black, this is not a real vent, it's a faced off die cast, but there's black paint in there, so that's nice. The tires do look like they're from the 60s, being all rounded. There's a little reflector back here as well. Interesting, some casting issues there. So yeah, these taillights, I do like that they're red translucent plastic, but they might be a little bit big. And then nice texture here in these vents, and a little silver here, it looks good. A little black in here and texture, and then you just have some molded exhaust, but there's a little recess, not so bad. You can see the treads, they look like something from the 60s or an old car. So tampo print looks good, and then there's a whole recess here and a rear window. Interesting. Unfortunately, there's a chip mark here, but this is a used model, so it could have been abused. Fuel fillers here have some silver paint. You'll see here, that's where the yellow is not covering up the casting so well, so it looks dark right there and there, and actually there. I guess the spray had a hard time getting in there. Interesting, on this side it's not a symmetric paint job because over here we have these red stripes. I don't see that on the real photograph. The real photograph is, I'll show you later, there's no red stripes here. So I'm not sure what Kyosho was thinking. Oh, maybe a specific race? Maybe this isn't the livery from LeMans? Maybe it's a different race? I don't know. Please leave a comment if you know why there's two red stripes there. Alright, well, we have some, I guess these are intakes or something, snorkels to maybe feed air into the cabin, but they're protruding a little bit. I almost think they're clear plastic. They're probably the same plastic as the windshield. So the windshield has silver molding around it, which is interesting. Oh, yeah, that's accurate. The real car does have a silver molding up front, but the side windows are yellow. Alright, one wiper blade painted and raised. Alright, and then the Ferrari badge looks pretty good in its proportion. It doesn't look oversized. The clear lenses here also have silver paint for the trimming. And then there actually is a bulging light bulb back there painted silver. And then, you know, the plastic is going right through the middle of it. A grill here. And then silver around these fog lights. And what is going on? Are these plastic? I cannot tell. Oh yeah, they must be plastic. I think it moved a little bit. So that's a nice detail. You know, a lot of lazy companies would just have silver paint in here. But Kyosho actually put plastic in there. And this is not an expensive model. So very nice. But it can't be too old because it has a screwed together base. A lot of the older ones are press fit together. So there's some vents here. Interesting. Pretty plain bottom, but that doesn't bother me because I display my models like that. Alright, so all in all, only this little chip is an issue. But other than that, it's quite fantastic, I think. So I'm going to compare it to a totally more expensive product. So I've shown this a few times now. This is one of my worst top 10s models of last year, mainly because of the wheel size. These are like 20 plus inch wheels in 164, but this car in reality was running 15-inch wheels. So this is made by Scale Mini, as you can see, and everything else is quite fantastic. Look at this paint job, the details, the little, you know, straps on the hood, the wiper blade. Look at that interior. It's fantastic. All the extra color, the seat belts, harnesses. It's just, for some reason, Scale Mini thought to put giant wheels on this thing, which make absolutely no sense. You can see those little things on the bottom of the front. So, yeah, that's why I ended up buying this. It's almost like I want to take these wheels off this Ferrari Kyosho, this like $6 or $7 model, and put them on that. Maybe someday I will. It's just that these are actually photo etched metal wheels, so the actual detail of those wheels are nice. It's just that they're the wrong size, you know. So I'm kind of, what would you guys do? Would you put cheap plastic wheels on to such an expensive resin model, or just leave this here and say it's a West Coast Choppers Ferrari? Yeah, you see the taillights on the resin model are a little bit smaller. I think that's more accurate. But for some reason, these vents in the rear are not black, but maybe that was a specific 250 LM. And then look at the difference in the exhaust size. So you can see, you know, a kid's toy versus an adult collectible. I mean, that's a massive difference in the exhaust pipes. Interesting. Let me get a better angle for this one. Let's see if they're around both the same size or not. Yeah, they actually are. So I'm going to imagine both of these are actually 1/64 scale. The gas caps here look nicer. Let's try to get to the front. Okay, to focus. The radiator inlet is so much wider on the Kyosho. I don't know what's more accurate. Interesting. Well, anyways. So, alright, so that's the reason why I bought this Kyosho. Just because I hate the wheel size on this model. So it's too bad. Let's compare it to a couple other ones here. I'll just get the spinning thing out here while this thing revs up. So I did pull up this image here. You can see there is no red stripe on... Oh, maybe it's on the door and I just can't see it. That's a possibility. And then extra points for any commenter that can guess what that car is. I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's British, but I don't know what it is. A Bricklin? I'm not sure. Please leave a comment. Alright, this thing is spinning up now, and I guess first I'll show off this Ferrari P4. This is from 1967, so it's 2 years later. That's also by Kyosho. I cannot remember what place this marked. Uh-oh, the spinning thing's dying. It can't handle this weight. Alright. But this I want to show. It's the third place finisher from the 1966 24 Hours of Le Mans. So 1965, I guess, was the last time that Ferrari, was dominating the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Ford came along in spite of Enzo Ferrari and, the Ford GT40. That's where its history began, by beating out Ferrari. Alright. So it's really great that Kyosho made all these models. And I'm going to have to take this spinning thing and throw it in the garbage. It just doesn't have the power anymore. I'm not sure how or why these things die. There's no battery. It's just solar powered. But for some reason the motors just, I guess, don't last long. I don't actually run these solar things other than these reviews. So the total amount of time this thing is spun is probably even less than an hour or two. Maybe 3 hours at the most, because I have 4 of these things. But it was only like $3 off AliExpress, so I guess I can't complain. Alright, sorry for taking that segue. Anyways, if you like Ferraris and you don't want to spend the money on the resin with giant size wheels, I think this is a pretty good solution to your collecting needs. It's a Kyosho. Look it up. eBay. There you go. Alright, thanks for checking this out. See you around, guys. Bye.